On Wednesday, August 28th, the city will hold its third installment of the Heroin Kills Symposium, and here to talk to us about that is Janine Prado from the city's Human Services Division. Janine, what are we going to see on August 28th?
We are going to have a panel of speakers, which includes law enforcement, the school district. We'll have a young person speaking about our Drug-Free Youth in Town program. We'll also have a couple of our for-profit and nonprofit representatives talk about the services and opportunities that families in need can get help.
Okay, and let's start back at the beginning. Going back about 3 years, the city of Santa Clarita, and it's not just the city of Santa Clarita, but all across the country, has seen a rise in statistics where, unfortunately, young people are fatally overdosing on prescription drugs and also heroin.
Mm-hmm. Yes, that's true. The city of Santa Clarita is not alone. We know that as a nation, there's issues with heroin and prescription drugs. This is our way in the community to raise awareness and bring information to those that are in need, and also for the parents that aren't sure what's out there, just to be aware and get some education on that.
And we'll talk about the individual components that you mentioned in just a minute, but we've done interviews with parents that have unfortunately lost one of their children to a fatal overdose. The story is often the same, where you hear the parents who had no idea that it was a problem in this community, and that's part of what we're doing, is raising awareness.
Absolutely. We do have families that really don't know. We know that there are drugs in our schools, and there's a lot of programs available to assist those that are in need, but also to raise awareness so you can see some of the points, what you should be looking for in your young child, or what maybe some of the opportunities to get educated on as far as some of the stressors that may cause it.
Okay, so who is this symposium for?
It is for parents and teens to attend. We want to make sure as a community we educate our young people as well as parents to attend.
So, and I know that, we've done this in the past, and we've had similar speakers, and I think it's quite dynamic because really they touch everything from law enforcement to what's going on in the schools to addiction recovery. We're also going to have the parents' point of view, and often we hear from parents the same story as, they just had no idea this was an issue in their community.
Absolutely. That is a really key important. I think that for a lot of parents that don't know, we're actually going to hear from two parents that went through a situation where they did not know, and two daughters. And I think that will be able to show parents what they can do, and there's hope for those in recovery to get better as a family.
Okay, so, and also for people that are out there that may have been to this symposium in years past, there's a new component to it, and we are doing a couple of extra sessions this time.
Right. This year we're going to have two deputies from the Sheriff's Department one's going to talk about drug paraphernalia and give you some examples of that, and also social media and how young people communicate. I think it's going to be a definite asset to this year as far as educating parents and information just in general of what's out there.
And when we talk about drug paraphernalia, I've seen the demonstration before, and this is what parents can look for. So it's how addicts keep their habit hidden. It's what to look for around the house behaviorally, but also the paraphernalia, and it's quite alarming to see how they can disguise this.
Absolutely. It is pretty eye-opening and shocking, but I think it's going to be very beneficial for a parent to see.
And then also with social media, we hear from the sheriffs all the time that it is amazing what goes on in social media with young people and the things that they put out there. I mean, so much so that sheriffs actually use that for enforcement and to follow up on cases. A lot of parents just don't check up on that and have no idea.
Yes, there's a lot of information that young people use that as a way to communicate 24/7, and it's really going to be interesting to see as the officer talks about, or the deputy talks about, how it's used to communicate, how it's used to purchase drugs. It'll be eye-opening.
Janine, I want to thank you for joining us. If you're out there, you're a teen or a parent, you want to find more about what is going on in terms of heroin and prescription abuse in the city of Santa Clarita, come to the Heroin Symposium. It is on Wednesday, August 28th at the City of Santa Clarita Sports Complex.